Welcome to the 2023 Kia EV6 Wind all-wheel drive. First we'll look at what's under the hood, then we'll look at the interior technology, we'll slide in the second row, and then we'll have some fun in the trunk. Let's get started. So first things first, why is this car trim level called the Wind? Probably because this car has 320 horsepower and 446 pound-feet of torque, and if you floor it, you might get the wind knocked out of you. Jokes aside, this car is very powerful, and why shouldn't it be? It looks like Darth Vader, for God's sake. Look at that upper grille, especially that bottom grille, and tell me you don't see Darth Vader. Alright, that's probably enough of Star Wars analogy. Hey, look at those cool LEDs. The LEDs don't actually swoosh around like that in person because filming at 60 frames a second and the LEDs refresh at a slower rate than that. These LEDs also double as your turn signals, as you can see here. There are LEDs on the side mirrors as well. Although they look like there's only one LED on either end of the strip, it's not like a full LED strip. The side profile is mostly dominated by that chrome strip coming from the bottom front of the car to the side and then sweeping up towards the rear taillight. The 19-inch wheels that come with this car are not that huge as a lot of EVs tend to be. They're balanced, as all things should be. At the back, you can see this huge light bar. Everyone loves LED light bars. What I personally love is that it also looks like a small spoiler additionally to the one that's on the roof. And here we have Darth Vader making another appearance at the bottom of the bumper. Before we get inside, let's look under the hood. You will find the engine. No. A small storage area. I guess you can keep things warm here on top of the engine. Jokes aside, this is an EV, so there's no huge engine up front. You get a small space to store things instead, though it is really small, about 3 inches in height. You know, you could probably store your charging cables here and they would probably fit just fine. You also have your 12-volt battery here under the engine bay. Here you can see it under the storage area, though it looks like you would have to remove the part of the storage area to get that out. Very interesting implementation. Alright, now on to the fun part. Let's get inside. Here is your push-in, pull-out door handle that everyone seems to love. Here is your door panel. You got 2-person memory seats, cool, and then other usual buttons and switches for the side mirrors and windows. Under that, you have your regular water bottle storage next to the Meridian sound system. The door panel where your hand rests is pretty much all soft touch vegan leather. Let's talk about this seat. This seat is 6-way power adjustable, as well as includes the lumbar support. As you can see, moving it back and forth, the front of the seat is actually moving up and down. This is for your backrest, back and forward. That's your lumbar support. If you focus on the middle of the seat, you might be able to see that. Not sure if you could see that, but it's over here. Also wanted to quickly mention that the passenger seat is the same as the driver's seat, and here's how they look. The top of the headrest kind of looks like a robot head. Here is your view from the driver's seat of the EV6. As you can see, it is pretty standard. Nothing major in your way from visibility perspective. To the left of the steering wheel, you have a screen brightness control, charge door and the trunk popper, the parking brake and traction control buttons. Behind the steering wheel, you have your signal stock, the paddle shifter that controls your regen braking and how hard it regens. Here is your media controls. On the right is your Kia safety systems controls, and behind that is your wiper stock. Your push button start is in the middle center console here. Let's start it up. So here on the left, alongside your media controls, you have these extra buttons that control the menu for the driver screen. As you can see here, there are 4 tabs on the top of that driver screen. You move through them with this button, and the button below that allows you to control what you see in those screens. So you can scroll up and down to see different information about the vehicle, as you can see on the screen. I've always loved how Kia handles the blind spot monitoring system. Instead of a small light or anything, as soon as you turn the signal on, it shows you what's in your blind spot. This is so much better than any light. The rear view mirror has an auto dimming feature as well as the home link system for you to hook up your garage door openers. Here's your lights for the interior. The middle button turns them both on, and then the other button automatically turns them on when you open the door. Alright, welcome to the inside of the EV6. Here is your main 12-inch infotainment system. As you can see, this is very responsive. The same thing you guys saw on the Telluride video. Make sure to click up here to see that video. Alright, as you can see here, it's your media. What I was playing here just now was the sounds of nature. As you can see, that was rainy day. This is calm sea waves. Lively forest. Snowy village. And warm fireplace. Let's mute that on for now. This system is compatible with both Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. As you can see here, it's asking to connect a phone. Once you do so, you have either of those systems enabled. Let's take a look at the bottom here. Here is your temperature controls. You can see here. I'm going to turn that off so you can hear. Your front defogger, rear defogger. You can also set it to auto. Here's something pretty cool. So if you click on this, now you can see that is amber. Now that changes the controls here. So you can click that, and then up here, that changes to whatever you click. So you can click setup, it'll let you go into setup, and so on. Now if you click the same button again, the screen changes. Now you're controlling the climate control. This is very good. Very smart use of space over here. Down here, you can see you have your heated and ventilated seat for both driver and the passenger. This is for the heated steering wheel. And down there you can see that's USB-C and the other one's USB-A. And you also have some more charging ports down here as well. That's your cigarette lighter style, and that's another USB-C. Very cool. Right, looking at this middle stack / floating area, you can see here's your shifter. All you got to do is press on the brake, and that puts you in drive. This is neutral, and you gotta do once and then twice to go in reverse. There's 2 clicks if you feel it here. And then if you want to just go in park, just press park. That's it. This is the auto hold button for the brake. This is your rear parking sensor button. So if you have something behind you and it's bothering you, you can turn off the rear sensors this way. Although this is mostly used for towing, and I don't know what you would be towing with this car. But anyway, in either case, you have it here. This is your camera button. When you press it, your cameras show up. This is always here. You can see all around your car. Over here on this side, you can press that, and then that shows you your car, and you can see around it as well. Very cool. Moving down here, here is your Qi wireless charger and a normal size cup holder, as well as some space for some change or whatever. Here is your key. We can get back to this later, but I just wanted to show you that real quick. Here we'll take a look at the center console. As you can see, it's relatively deep. I would say it's about 8 or 9 inches or so. There's no charging ports or anything inside, but it's just good enough to store some loose items, I guess. Alright, close that. Moving on to the passenger side. That's your normal controls that you always get on the passenger side. Here is your glove box. Taking a look, here's your manual. That's actually very deep. You can't tell that in the video, but this is actually pretty smart down here too. Huh, never seen a glove box like this. Very cool. Walking into the back seat, you can see there's 2 seat back pockets. There's nothing under the center console. There is 2 USB-C ports on either side. As you can see, here's one and there's the other. The rear seats also have lower child seat anchors, as you can see 1, 2 here, and then the same on the other side. There's not enough space for the middle seat to have those. And the upper anchors would be located behind the seat, as you can see here. There is an upper anchor for the middle seat, so that's good. Let's hop in the rear seats. Alright guys, so here in the back of the EV6, the seat is actually all the way back. It's not set for me, I'm a 6-foot person, so if I were to set it, I would set it a little bit further up and you would still have a lot more space. The feet don't go under the seat because this is an EV platform. Their batteries are under your feet, so it's quite a bit high. Well, the one thing you can do is you can pull the lever on this side and you can recline the seat, and this would certainly give you more comfort. Obviously, if you have full trunk, you're not going to be able to, but there's quite a bit of space. I mean, this hatchback kind of design actually gives you a lot of space in the back, as you'll see in a second. There's 2 reading lights up here. There's 2 climate vents on either side, and the USB-C charging ports, which I already showed you guys. If you don't have a passenger in the middle, you can use this handrest. This is pretty cool. So you have 2 cup holders if you set it like this, or if you pull this back, you have a little cubby space. You can put anything you want in there, maybe some candies or, I don't know, phone. Up to you. Alright, let's check out the trunk. Just above the license plate, there's a button to automatically pop open the trunk. As you can see, no assistance required. It automatically pops open. Welcome to your trunk. Just quickly want to show you guys, here's the button that I pressed to open the trunk, and there's another button right there which you can use to close the trunk as well. Here in the back of the trunk, you have a lot of little things going on to help you out. To start off, here is your 12-volt power outlet, cigarette lighter style. These are your little anchors down here. Oh geez, this is cold out here, sorry about that. There you go. That's one, and that's the second one, and then 2 on the other side here as well. There we go. You also have these pull tabs on either side to automatically drop the second row seats. Here's the right one, and then here's another one on the left. Alright, with the seat dropped, as you can see, that's a lot of space in there. You can easily, with the right mattress, sleep in here. Under this storage floor, you also have some more storage space. As you can see here, that's one part. You can also lift this up, and there's more under there as well. This is the flexibility that only an EV can give you. Here is your tire mobility kit, and that is your vehicle to load adapter. So what do you get in the tire mobility kit? Well, I'm glad you asked. Here is a bottle of liquid that you actually pour into your tire, which works as a sealant. This is your air compressor to inflate the tire once the sealant is done working. You also have a screwdriver, and I don't know what that other thing is. If you guys know, let me know in the comments. This is your vehicle to load adapter that I was referring to earlier. You can plug this into your car, and then you can take the power out and power other appliances or whatever you want. Okay, let's have some fun. So as you guys know by now, I'm 6 feet tall. And as you can see, I pretty much fit in here just fine. You can sleep in here as a 6-foot person if you have the right mattress. I mean, this is no scientific way of doing things, but, well, it works. Here is your charge port door. So to open, simply press like I did there. Remember to have your key on you, otherwise it won't open. That shows your charging indicator right there. 2 LEDs, about 50%. And then to close the door, you simply press that first button up there, and the door automatically closes. Let's talk about this key for a second. As you can see, there's your usual buttons, lock, unlock, trunk popper, but what I want to show you guys is this button at the end here. If you press it, an actual key from inside the key fob pops out. If your battery is dead of your key fob, use this key to get inside of your EV. And on to the coolest thing this car can do, and that has something to do with these 3 buttons. So when you're outside of the car, if you lock it and then start the car using the first button, then hold the second one, your car will actually move forward, as you can see here. The button below that will actually reverse your car for you. The idea is that if you're in a parking garage and somebody's parked really close to you on either side and you can't get in, well, you can use this feature to reverse your car and get in. Pretty neat. And here is the window sticker. As you can see, this one is 77.4 kilowatt hours worth of battery pack. This will give you around 282 miles of range with this all-wheel drive model that's here. And the full price for this particular one, that includes the installation of the charger at home, as you can see, it's just a hair above $59,000. I wanted to say thanks to King's Kia here in Mason, Ohio in the King's Auto Mall for allowing me to film this video with the EV6. Check them out if you're in the market for a Kia. With that said, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.